You also said, kind of not related to this, that feminist, you consider yourself a feminist with traditional elements.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these are going to be so fucking noisy. Okay. Can you guys really not just chill for the... Are you really that hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just try to be quiet when you're opening these, I guess.
Just get rid of the plastic.
Probably fine. So you say feminist with traditional elements. So I'm just curious, what are the traditional elements?
So like when I date a man,
Yeah.
like that is something where I think I value more a traditional sense of like we talked masculinity and femininity.
When it comes to dating, you prefer some of the more traditional elements with men. So just what are some of those?
So like for example, like I feel like I don't mind the whole like cooking, cleaning, I guess you would say like the modern housewife kind of bit, right? But I also think that comes with like a man who can provide and like take care of the other things while I do those things. Whereas like today, so many guys are like, I want a traditional housewife that has a full-time job and pays half the bills, and like, so I still am interested in some traditional values. But I mean, like, for example, I think men should be allowed to like express their emotions and cry and have that. But I also think like if we're talking about masculinity these days, or more so like LA, guys are like act more like women.
I'm sorry that they keep it.
Question for the panel: how low should you bow to your man?
I mean, what's he bringing to the table? Like,
I think that's a problem. The what's he bringing to the table? Kind of like...
Well, that's get asked to girls all the time.
Well,
I've literally been told I work too much, I make too much more money than a man. Like, I've personally encountered men that were threatened by, like, how nice my apartment was, how much money I made, how much, and this and that. And although, like...
I don't think men are feel threatened by that.
Okay, I will say it's... Some men if you're insecure, that can make you uncomfortable because we have put a lot of pressure on a man to provide, and in turn that means providing financially. And so sometimes not every single guy, but some men are intimidated by if you make more money than them. I don't know if she's saying that makes her better than
not
him,
every man I've dated, but there's definitely been a handful that were just like intimidated, like, oh, I didn't have this apartment when I was your age, or oh, like, why are you always working? When are you gonna make time for me? But it like,
I think that veers off your comment though about what he brings to the table, because if it was the other way around, I don't agree with that either. Like, what does she bring to the table? Because, and not to say that
you go off, sis, let it all out.
Well, I'm just saying that maybe in regard to her going on 100 dates in 2 months, that maybe whatever she's looking for is outside of the realm of that,
like an average person,
or even an above average person.
Here.
All right, I didn't know if you were going to say something.
I think power dynamic is very important. So whenever a woman starts making more than a man, or providing more when it comes to like relationship or household, etc., the question comes, like, what is the man for then? That there has to be some type of balance, right? There has to be something that he's giving back. And then again, traditional ways, which you probably will agree, they suffer too, because if woman is the provider, doesn't she become the dominant one in the relationship?
Yeah, I don't think it's a power dynamic thing. See, I would say the opposite. I'd say that there's a different preference between different sexes for the things that they value in the other sex. And so in this particular case, I don't think that men value for women for the amount of money they make. I don't think they give a shit about that. I don't think they've ever cared about that. There might be some men that you can point to, but that's always the case, right? There's some men you can point to who might value this particular thing, but in general, that's not what they value.
Do women
wait,
value that in men?
Hold on. You had quite a big reaction to what he just said. So.
I mean, there's so many guys in LA, what we call hobosexuals, that are literally just like living in their car on Tinder, Hinge, whatever it is,
waiting
just to fuck every night so that they have a place to sleep. Like, they very much care.
But I don't think in one of the worst metropolitan progressive mecca cesspools which has ever existed, that's comparing the men there to this
Middle
really
America
small
man.
sample size to just men on average globally. Like, just
Okay.
think about this globally. Clearly, if you look at the traditions of mankind, were women the providers? No.
Kinda.
No.
Not
Like-
financially.
Well, oh yeah.
No, I mean, just not at all.
I mean,
They were not the providers for the family.
but they're providers of cooking, cleaning, keeping the family
we're
together.
talking
Like you don't think that's
financially.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are talking financially.
Well, no, it's even hunter-gatherer. If you were to take a hunter-gatherer society, who are the hunters?
and who are the
gatherers?
Didn't women used to gather berries?
Yes,
and
the
shit?
women gathered and the men hunted, right? But
Well, you need one with that.
yeah,
like,
but when we say like who's bringing home the bacon, that's literally what we mean. Is the hard job is to go and kill the pig and take it home,
And the easy
not
job
to
is
cook the
maintaining
pig.
the
That's
home.
the easy job. The getting the pig, that's the hard job.
Why do you guys think maintaining a home is just so easy?
Because I've
compared
done
to
it,
just
and it's-
going outside
first of all,
and
first-
like.
It's easier.
First of all,
It's
women
easier.
don't.
did you do it right?
Women don't maintain the home. What they do is they look after children who are inside the home. They do some cooking and cleaning. They don't patch the
Okay,
roof.
this is
They don't
you
fix
were
it.
just.
Wait. Hold on.
Girl 2 dash, have you ever been asked, why are you bigger than me? Why do you not go to the gym? Why do you not care for yourself? Why do you not care for your body? Response?
Okay.
Point
I mean, if you want to
guys
address
pay
it,
Okay, we
you
can. Yeah. No, literally, life story. Why are you bigger than me? No, I've never been asked that by a guy that was actually sexually interested in me or dated me. Why do you not go to the gym? Just
Okay.
because I'm
Grid
fat
One
doesn't mean I
Motorsports
don't go to the
donated
gym.
$200.
You guys are insane.
Last year,
Go to my
wife
Instagram
beat
profile,
me
you'll
nearly
see me.
for the
Stop.
first time
Hold on.
ever. I am retired, so she wins. Does not change a thing about our relationship. I am the patriarch, she is the matriarch.
Grid One
Agreed.
Motorsports is a representative.
But
of
it
the
sounds like
patriarchy.
he can still let his wife live in femininity. And that's a big thing of like power structure and like that ultimate like the masculine and the feminine. Like femininity can't bloom when you're forced to have masculine duties.
Yeah, but you said earlier you prefer dominant men.
Yes.
Okay, but do you think that those men prefer dominant women?
No.
And do you think that
and that's
men,
why I'm very
men
submissive
generally,
in my relationships.
Yeah, but do you think that in general that men prefer dominant women? So like if men really wanted masculine traits in women, why wouldn't they just go for men?
I mean,
Some of them should. A lot of y'all
Very,
are a little
very few,
DL.
very few of them do. They obviously want the feminine part, not the masculine part.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is my question for you is like, since it's your own experience that this is what you prefer, and the men that you have around you don't prefer that,
Yes.
then why would you make the assumption that this is somehow the dynamic is completely 180 for everybody else?
Sorry. Can you say that again? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So when he's going around, he's asking, do you prefer like a dominant man to a non-dominant man? Do you think
Yes.
most women prefer to have a man who's more dominant?
Yes.
Okay, so I would agree with that. Okay.
Okay.
You would agree with that.
Yes.
So what is the man's preference then? What's he looking for? Is he looking for a dominant woman?
No, but I think I think no, but I
No.
think a lot of that has to do with like again the current like time we live in where girls are forced to be more masculine and
Well, how are they forced to be more masculine?
you know
Providing there's not as much of like most girls have to like go get a job, provide for themselves versus like before you could like marry some.
Like,
am I
but all
not
of y'all
saying
are-
anything?
all
I'm
of-
just saying. In the past, as a woman, you were expected to like marry someone, and that's how you secure yourself. Now, you're expected as a woman to go get a job, make
But
money
all of
for
y'all are
yourself, figure
single.
things.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't get.
what
There's-
about it?
Y'all
Well-
are all single, so you're choosing to do that.
Yes.
Choosing what?
Choosing to get
Be
your
single?
money and get your
Yeah.
provide for
Well-
yourself because you don't have a choice.
I mean,
I mean, you do
Yeah,
have a
are you
choice.
but that's what I'm literally
You do
saying.
have a choice.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what-
literally saying is
You
that there
do have a
is-
choice. She's been on 100 dates and has been on maybe 3 or 4
I was about
second
to say,
dates.
there's always a choice.
she
and-
could be with someone she doesn't like and never do anything.
Right,
again,
but
never
why are none of those 100 men worthy of dating her?
Because she don't like them. Why she gotta like them?
She's
You
gotta
don't have
lower
to
her
like them, but
standards a
what I'm
little
saying
bit.
is you're
Sometimes
Gotta
you have
lower
to.
the
I think guys used to
I
be-
don't even agree with that.
I
think
think
a
guys,
lawyer-
guys used to be more providers, and it
That's
was
a
more like
lot
a
of
common, like
dates
popular
in 2
thing,
months.
especially as we like 50s, 60s, 70s.
Maybe this
Like,
is also just like a.
No, I mean, always.
Sorry, I'm trying to like get to like because I agree.
Maybe there's right. No, and I think we're just speaking about how y'all are living your lives versus how me and the people that I know live our lives is just very different. And like the women and the men, like I
guess
don't know a
we're
man that
always
doesn't provide.
choosing to be single, but like
I don't know. I don't
so
have
if
any
I
friends that
wanted
are
to
single.
be with
Have
those
you ever had a job
ex-guy-
before? Have you ever worked? You have a job.
If like
job.
so if
Right, but
I wanted
I'm
to be with
choosing
those
that, and I'm like-
guys, I should have
Okay,
made
sorry.
less money then, or like
No, I'm saying like it can be. It's the best of both
Wait,
worlds.
where
Is
did
what I'm
this, hold
saying.
on, where did this stem from, this conversation? I think, because we were talking
We were
about,
talking about
you're
the
being a
preferences
feminist.
of masculine versus feminine.
You're feminist,
traits.
but you
I think they're
like
choosing to be
traditional
masculine.
elements.
That's what I'm saying. You're choosing to live in your masculine. Not.
Like,
it's
How
not.
am I masculine?
Well, no,
I'm
the
not
big
saying
thing,
you are
okay,
you.
hold on.
I'm just saying that you're saying that the men that you're encountering or being around are not providers and they're hoboing.
not.
No. Most guys, I'm not gonna lie, because I live in LA, so this is already
That's what
upper
I'm saying.
echelon.
I
Most
haven't
guys
dated
that
the
come to me are
homosexuals, but I have
providers.
friends that have.
I don't know what that even means. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we are just
They
on
just
two
bum
different.
off women, basically. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
don't know
I
anything
feel like
about that.
that's the exception. That's
the real thing.
pretty
No, like I literally knew
sure,
a
it
guy that
might
was like modeling
occur.
for Adidas, but he was like sleeping in his
Oh my
car.
God.
But okay, how frequently is that really occurring? I don't even think
Very
it's worth
frequent. But in LA.
major
Very-
cities.
In
So
LA.
he would like what you were saying earlier, like the average, like
Okay,
yeah.
if you
but,
go
like,
on, let me
that's
ask
what
you a
I'm-
question. If you go on 10 dates,
Okay.
which proportion of them are these hobosexuals? I would argue it's
Oh,
less
for
than one.
me,
It's
yeah,
one,
20%,
maybe one.
20,
I would say yeah. 20.
And I think
Rent is
it's
But
expensive
let's
in
say
LA.
you said
I
you've
don't
never,
blame 'em.
but you've never even encountered it.
Out of my friend group, okay, me personally,
You haven't
like,
encountered it,
zero,
but your friend
but
group,
me-
what? It's just
I'm not as
dozen-
relaxed
dozens
as my
of
friends. Like they're
Okay,
like more trusting.
But here, okay,
and I'm
let's
like,
get the homosexual thing is ridiculous, and I don't feel like it's just such an outlier situation.
Okay.
It's not even worth talking about. But you said you're feminist with traditional elements. You made a big kind of grimace when he said that men don't really care about women's provisioning. Is that surprising to you that men are not really preoccupied
we
with
don't care about
women's
it. They've never cared
provisioning?
about it.
But I think then that for me, that would just tell me that you're a secure man.
No. That's most men don't care about the. About,
Modest Hikima donated $200. Hi, my name is Modest Hikima.
Oh,
my
that's how
plan
you
is
say
to
it.
find a woman to provide for and protect. What is the point of dating someone that is a homosexual? That is legit a bleeding red flag.
Yes.
Agreed.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Go ahead with your point.
Sorry, wait, ADHD.
Yeah, me too.
So we were getting into this exchange. I was saying most men what they value. So they don't value women because women give them stuff. That's not why men value women. They don't give a shit about that for the
Okay,
most part. They
yeah.
don't care. Women do.
What do you guys value?
But that's it's not even our stuff. We're trying to
No,
get
it's stuff.
your stuff to maintain.
Right. You want to get so the value.
Maintain
So the
your-
value
our
here is
house,
that what I'm saying is that
maintain-
men value different things than women value.
Okay.
So we're not interchangeable widgets. There's things that women generally want. There's things that men generally want. So women generally want materialism, source things like this. Here's an example of how you can kind of tell this. So if you look at female voting patterns, they mostly vote for security more than they do for the expansion of freedom. Okay, almost always. Whereas men kind of will vote the opposite way. Okay, or at least there was a historic trend of doing that. They would almost vote the opposite way, where they'll vote to kind of expand freedom in lieu of security. So one of the things that can maybe kind of tell you is that, so what are women valuing here, right? They're valuing security.
Yes.
Men,
think-
not so much. So the security comes from the material, the stuff, the house, the job, the stability, all of that. Those are the things that they value. Men, not so. They don't care about any of that from a woman. They don't care if a woman's bringing home the bacon. They don't care if they're bringing home the money. They don't care about any of that.
I don't know. Watching my dad, he was always so angry and passive aggressive and horrible to my mom because she was the breadwinner.
Yeah, but there's just, if any time we talk about this, you just kind of point to the outlier, right? And be like, well, okay, but my dad didn't care
I don't
about
think
any of those
it's
things.
an
So
outlier.
then which one of us is right?
I don't
It's
know.
not
I
as
really,
much of an
I just don't think
outlier.
you understand how many like insecure men are out there. Like,
Yeah, but what is it that they're valuing? Is my
Aren't there a
point.
lot
A
of-
look, a status, how it comes off to social media, how it comes off to their peers.
Do you think most men care about that?
men
most men-
choose partners
Men who
for
are
how
looking for something serious, probably not.
Yeah,
Men
no.
who are just like we said earlier, they're dating sluts, they're dating whatever. They don't care. It's just for an appearance, for a time being, whatever. They can wash their hands and renew.
Okay.